no stained linen. I cut off face from in my face grinning. Waiting to stick that knife in hand behind their back at me and twist it. My makeup masculine and feminine. I married Charlotte in this web I'm spinning. And me the enemy I seek befriended. I needed change. And going through these changes, I mean all these changes. Cause only change can teach exactly what change is. When love is jaded and life hated, it indicated if everything is everything. And freedom mistakes a brain. The sunshine and water rain. To stay the same, things must change. Sabu to God, the King of Kings. And so control be the team.
Only change can show you what change is. I hope everybody feeling good for no reason at all. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. To the third. That was from the book of Sabu to God. Stillness and abundance family. Soul control, the cosmic conscious family and soul tribe. Hope everybody well. I hope everybody free. I hope everybody healthy. I hope everybody happy, and whatever those words mean to you. And the reason being, because you may be more freer than the people you see on TV. You may be more freer than the people downtown. You may be more freer than your next door neighbor. Only you decide. We got life happening. Y'all pardon the sirens. Okay, thank you. You may be more freer than the people you see on TV. I was having a dialogue with one of my spiritual sisters about intentions, well-wishing, affirmations. It's known as many things, you know, because you can make an affirmation that don't even have nothing to do with you, that will affect you in a powerful way. And we're gonna pause for a minute. Yeah, you can, there's a way of making affirmations without them being selfish. Yet, they will come back to you. And it's just called wishing people well. If you wish well for others in any kind of fashion or form, it automatically opens a portal for well to come back to you, whatever well may be to you. For good to come back to you, whatever good may come back to you. But most of us believe, I'm sure most of us believe what we put out comes back. So that goes in hand with what I'm saying about wishing people well. If you wish people well, you automatically open a portal for good or wellness, whatever that is, to come back to you. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Somebody will catch it. But anyway, one of my soul tribe sisters told me she believed that people want to see you do good. She believes people want to see you do better than them. And I said, I can relate to that. And then she went on to say, people want to see you do good, they just don't want to see you do better than them. And I said, I can relate to that too. She said, and even though it ain't said, it can be felt. And I said, I can relate to that too. My point and all I'm saying is, some people don't want to see us do good at all. And that can be felt too. And it places us at a crossroad. and a crossroad to recognize the truth that we're being shown. And the truth has its own ugly beauty. When we're ready to accept what it is showing us. Patience and understanding with dealing with others equates to level-mindedness and universal balance. So what that says to me is wish others well, because it only reflects how you feel about yourself. Let that resonate for a minute. What made that conversation so important to me, because it showed me no matter what happens externally in our experience that we may have to deal with, we get to grade ourselves on how well we do in this cycle called life. We get to grade us. Nobody else gets to grade us on how well we do. Nobody else gets to grade you on how well you do. I'm gonna let that resonate for a minute. Because for those, for who it resonate with, that's an empowering state. That's an empowering realization. No one else gets to grade you on how well you do in life but you. And that's the eye opener, because if you're anything like me, you probably hard on yourself at the wrong times. You're probably hard on yourself when you should be patting yourself on the back. And when you should be patting yourself on the back, you're probably hard on yourself. It's important to not allow negative vibrations to consume us in any form or fashion. Stay positive. I know it's cliche, but it works. I know it's cliche, but it works. Stay positive, man. Stay in line with your greater purpose. As I've been saying, compassion is a compass. Compassion is a compass. And what's so deep about that to me is because to stay in this matrix, for those who truly stay in the matrix, you can't be yourself. You gotta be the program. To stay in this matrix, you can't be yourself. So this is a beautiful space and opportunity that we're being given to realize what's going on deeper levels, in broader terms, so we can decide and choose what industry are we in. What industry are we in? Because we're in a place where no matter what occurs, we learning, and what we learning, we teach. But no matter what occurs, we learn whether we fuck up or whether we do it right. So we get to grade ourselves. We get to grade ourselves on how well we do concerning growing, elevating, what so and what so. I'm saying all this to say this. I can't tell you what God is. I can't tell you what God look like. I can't tell you what God sound like to you. But I can tell you, inside is where you'll find it. If I give you information, if I share information, it's not to downplay you or anybody, it's not to downplay myself. It's to give us insights. It's to be able to see what comes out me, my own insights. in a way that when I sit back and I replay what I was inspired to write down and share, it gives me the opportunity to look at things in ways that I may have never analyzed before, and to see how what I'm saying is coming across to myself. I get to look at myself in the view of the audience or whoever come across these insights, these inspirations, these downloads, these uploads, whatever you want to call them. It don't make no difference. It's information. Information is power depending on what you do with it. Information is energy moving at very high rates of speed. People, human beings, it's energy moving at very high rates of speed. Different elements coming in the form, moving at very high rates of speed, just to hold this body together. And everybody operating at different speeds of vibration within the vibration of frequencies that hold everything together. Ain't that beautiful? What happens when you own your masters? What does that mean? What happens when you own your life? What happens when you own your spirit? What happens when you own your soul? What happens when you own your mind, how you think? What happens when you own whether you are influenced or not? What happens when you own your master? Feel good for no reason at all. I love y'all, family. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Peace and power to the family. Salute to God.